Hi everybody, it's my Next Get a Life moment with me, Lisa Davies, and I am delighted to be joined by a very special guest today, all the way from America. This very special guy is one of my husband's mentors for over probably 25 years. I'm sure he won't like me saying that, it makes you both sound older. But please welcome the most amazing guest, Mr. Paul Cummings.
Thank you, Lisa. How you doing?
I'm really good, thank you. I'm sure that I love the artwork behind you. I must just say, Paul, that artwork is beautiful, absolutely stunning. So clearly I know a little bit about you, and I know the amazing work that you've been doing all over the world and in the States. But for anybody in the UK that, well, people could be listening all over the world, I guess, but anybody from the UK that doesn't know about you, can you tell us a little about who is Paul Cummings then? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I started in the automobile business at a very young age, and quickly decided that I had the ability to teach. Mm-hmm. So I launched my teaching company 40 years ago.
Wow. You don't look old enough.
I know, I'm old. But I traveled all over the world. I spoke in 6 continents, 2.5 million people, 5,000 speaking engagements plus.
Wow.
And was so thrilled anytime I got to teach. You know, there's no greater feeling than seeing that moment in a student's face where they have the ha-ha moment, they get it.
Yeah.
And flash forward, I traveled extensively in London and all over the UK. Mm-hmm. Spent a lot of time over there. But so flash forward to 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I flew home from Australia after an 89-day book tour all over London and Scotland and Ireland. I met you.
Yeah, we did. We met for the first time. I'd heard so much about you. Yeah, it was great.
Well, it was all good. But when I went home, I was tired, and I got to my mother's place. And I said, Mom, I have a headache, so I'm going to go to bed a little early. And I did. I got up at 5 a.m., did my exercise program, took a run, got back to the house, made me a cup of coffee, and I knocked on my mom's door and said, Mom, are you up? She said, I'll be up in about 30 minutes and I'll join you for coffee. So I went and visited with my dad. He had also, and we had a nice visit. Walked into the den, sat down in the easy chair, turned on sports, and my life changed in an instant. I had a stroke.
Yeah.
And I was unable to move. They found me about 30 minutes later, and my dad's caretaker found me. And I couldn't turn left and I couldn't turn right. She walked down the stairs and I had tears running down my face. I couldn't talk. And I didn't know what it was. I couldn't say a word. So they rushed me to the hospital. They didn't have the proper equipment in this little town to take care of me. So they transported me by air ambulance. And all I could think about when I had my stroke in the back of that air ambulance, did I tell my kids I loved them enough? Was I a good son to my mom and dad? I miss my grandkids. All the stuff that I had acquired didn't mean a thing. I was 5 for my life. And when I got to the hospital, they didn't know if I was going to make it. And they called my kids and they said, you better come quick. Mm. It was a serious stroke. And for the 3 weeks I was in and out of the hospital, they didn't do anything but predict my doom.
Yeah.
And they said in front of me and telling my kids, your dad will never, ever talk again.
Wow. I mean, imagine that, you know, you have been somebody who has spoken for a living. Mm-hmm. You have inspired all of those people across the world. I mean, aside from anything else, I can't imagine what that must have been like. And for them to say that in front of you, your family, just, yeah. I can't imagine that.
And I was sitting there with a pen in my hand, only able to say one word, and it was 11111. That's all I could say. Mm. I later found out I was saying I want to do something. I want to, but I was saying representing it as one. Common phase, common trait of aphasia. And people don't know what aphasia is. It's a language disorder where your entire communication system is wiped out.
Yeah.
There's no recovery. You can't get this communication system on the left side of your brain back. So I had to learn to talk all over again. I couldn't say a syllable. I couldn't make my mouth form the words. So if you can imagine, 61 years old, mm-hmm. The doctors say, I will never talk again. You will never read again. I will never write again.
That always happens, yeah. It's okay.
And I couldn't imagine they were telling my kids in front of me, I would never talk again, never read. So I took my pen and threw it at the neurologist's head and basically said, get out. Mm-hmm. What I've learned through this is anything is possible.
Yeah.
You know, I built my new way to talk on the right side of my brain. The brain is firing cells all the time.
Yeah.
You can learn every day. So I hope in some small way I've been an inspiration for a lot of people that have aphasia, because it's a God-smacking disease. Yeah. God awful.
Now I've been watching your social media, and I'm also part of your group, and you've kind of made it your own personal mission with the level 10 Hope Exchange, to kind of bring this awareness of aphasia to the world and to inspire others that have been affected. So tell us about the level 10 Hope Exchange.
Well, you know, when I looked at a lot of aphasia sites, a lot of stroke sites, and I realized I wanted to build a site that every single post makes a difference and provides hope. You participated in Project Hope, one of my most important things that I did. But every day I get up and I record a morning coffee segment every day. People have grown quite fond of it, you know, and just recently I launched my own talk show. I have something to say.
Yeah.
You know, thank God I have something to say now. So I have many amazing guests that have joined me this Monday. June the 15th, I have the most amazing guest, Sam Morris. You need to tune in. It's 11 o'clock Eastern. So what's that, like 4 o'clock?
Yeah, 4 o'clock, yeah.
I'm telling you, you need to tune in. This guy has done the most amazing work. He's so profound in his wisdom. He was injured in a drunk driving accident over 2 decades ago, a young man, and he just wouldn't quit.
Yeah.
And he's one of the great teachers in our country, and he provides executive coaching from some of the most amazing people in life.
Wow.
So I can't wait to have him on my show. So every day we just get up and we have one goal: to spread awareness. Because in England, by the way, it's a big problem in England. They have the second most per capita into any place on earth before aphasia.
Wow.
And there's no aphasia clinics full time that exist in the whole country of England.
Wow. And am I right in thinking that it's not just caused by stroke? It could be caused by any head brain injury, so a road traffic accident or something of the like, or a fall from a horse or anything like that could cause aphasia.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And there are multiple kinds. What I say all the time, if you met one person with aphasia, you met one person with aphasia, because it's all different.
Yeah. So what got you through it? Because I mean, your whole life's work has been about that level 10, living a level 10 life. But what has got you through all of this? What is at the center, the core of this that's got you to this point?
3 things. My mom called me up 7 weeks in and said, I know you can listen, but you can't talk. It would be a shame if you didn't do the work. Suck it up, learn to talk. I'm going to call you every day till you tell me I love you, Mom.
Oh,
and she did. She did. And my mom died June 13th last year, and it knocked a hole in my soul. But she was my hero. That was one thing. She kicked my butt. And I would sit and think about, wow, I have taught people for years and years and years. I don't want to be a phony. I have to do this. I have to learn to talk again. Everything I said is forever. If you live a level 10 life, anything is possible. I don't want to be thought a phony. So I visualize that every day. And the last thing is practice, 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 practice relentlessly. Everything they told me I shouldn't do, I did. They told you have only practice an hour a day. You need to get rest. So I got up at 4 a.m., practiced till 8 a.m., went to class till 2 p.m., took an hour rest and practiced till 5 hours later. So I was practicing about 14 hours a day, nonstop. And the funny thing is, Lisa, I used all my work to revolutionize the ability to speak.
Wow.
My career, everything I had done, and I said, I know this. I can do this. The belief grew. The confidence grew. And all of a sudden, I was onto something. I surrounded myself with words. And every time I've added 32,000 words to my vocabulary since I had my stroke.
Wow.
And I'm done.
Now, if that's not living at a level 10 life, I do not know what is. Wow, what an inspiration. So what do you feel your purpose is? It's like everything you had done up until that point was preparing you for this phase of your life. So what's your purpose now then?
I just want to give back and spread awareness. You know, let me share a short story with you. I met a guy in my speech rehabilitation from named Bill. And he was struggling with talking, as we all were. One of my proudest moments when he stood up and read something from my fence post book that he couldn't read at all. And to give the ability to talk once again. You think about it.
Yeah.
Lisa, you are a flamboyant, you know, they didn't make many of you.
No.
Oh, so amazing. I love watching your videos. You know, John outkicked his coverage. Got really lucky. And I think he knows it. But anyway, you have enormous ability to reach people. You do. And I can see it in your eyes, your smile. So for me, if you had to picture being without communication for just one day.
Well, yeah.
Oh, but you have all your intellect intact. It was a language disorder, not an intellect disorder. It's all up there, but it's jumbled.
Yeah.
Jumbled. And to reorganize that and to get it right, to be able to teach one person to talk that couldn't talk before.
Wow, it's incredible.
That's worth it, you know?
Absolutely. Incredible. Now, I read your wonderful book, It All Matters, but I've got a sneaking suspicion I heard you say that you're working on another book. Is it The Stroke Didn't Get the Memo?
That's it. And I've almost finished. I've learned some things in the last 2 years that I want to go back and make some edits. Things I thought were the case in my case weren't the case. So I have something else to say.
Yeah.
So I'm going to rewrite the introduction, and I hope to get it launched about mid-August.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. It's been absolutely wonderful hearing your story, and I'm sure you will have inspired so many people. It's incredible the recovery that you've made, and then to take that and help other people, inspire other people. I bow down to you. It's absolutely incredible.
Can I share 4 things with your audience before
Absolutely.
Remember that life's a gift. It's not a game.
Yeah.
Second, everything you've been working for, all your stuff, it doesn't matter. What matters is the relationship you build. And third thing, it's never too late to become the person you might have been, hope to come. And the fourth thing, hope is on the way. And just trust, believe, have faith, look up, and
Hope
you can do
is on the way.
Hope
Yeah.
is on.
It's been my absolute pleasure spending time with you today, Paul. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Bye.